Good afternoon here and good morning in Bhutan. Um, I am here from the Seven Effect, and my name is Mardi, and I help clients in the Seven Effect demystify their tech. And today I've got Reena here with me, who is my new VA, which is pretty exciting. So welcome, Reena.
Thank you.
And today I've invited Reena to this interview where this is going to be an interview as part of a video challenge in our six-figure lifestyle biz club, which is a free Facebook group you can join. So if you haven't already joined, please go over and you're welcome to join. It's called Six-Figure Lifestyle Biz Club. And it's a free Facebook group where we share hints and tips about growing your business. And today I would like to learn and share some of my first experiences of working with a VA. So many people in our community would like to have a VA, but don't know where to start and sort of don't know what it's all about and what the process is. So I thought this is a perfect opportunity to bring Reena on, get her to introduce herself as part of the Seven Effect team. And she's been helping me only for about a week and a half now, I think it is. But we're having lots of fun so far, and she's just lovely to work with. So I'm going to get her to introduce herself in a moment. So just to introduce yourself, just let us know where you live, which is beautiful. Look at that background. And also a bit about how you got into working as a VA.
Okay, so good morning from Bhutan. And this is how it looks like. Basically, Bhutan is a small country which is located right in between the two giants, that is China and India. And we are just with a population of 700,000, so we're tiny. And I'm doing the streaming with you from AB Ventures. This is my workstation. AB Ventures is located right at the capital of the country. That's Thimphu. And yes, so I am working as a VA here with the AV Ventures. So just to let you know, AV Ventures is AV Ventures has been formed because there are a lot of people, in the market, especially the youth, without job as of this recent pandemic. So they thought, why not we come up with the idea of doing this virtual services, outsourcing the services to different countries. So that's how it has started. And AV Ventures is the first company in Bhutan to outsource services to Bhutan. I mean, from Bhutan to Australia. So that's how we got to know each other, Seven Effects and the AV Ventures. And that's how I met Mardi, as I'm associated with Mardi now. And I really love working with Mardi. It's amazing. She's amazing.
Thank you so much for that feedback. So AB Ventures, we came across it through Wendy Perry, who's one of the SA Women in Business, is in SA and is a woman in business.
Mhm.
And she put a call out saying there's this new company and she's put together packages where you can actually hire VA services. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about the process of what our experience was of actually hiring Reena in this instance, just so you can get a sort of an idea. So what we did is we actually asked for some candidates. We knew that we wanted someone to be on the team and to eventually work up to, to be maybe even a full-time role, depending on how much work there is. And we really wanted someone that would be sort of become part of the team. We didn't want to have different people in and out all the time. So we actually interviewed three lovely ladies, all from from AB Ventures, and just really got a good sense of them. We were sent their resumes, so we read them first, and then we actually spoke to each one individually. They would come into a room, and we would meet via video chat, similar to Zoom. It was on Gmeet, and we were just able to ask questions. They could ask us questions, and from the three, to me, Reena just stood out like a star. Her attitude was amazing. Her English is excellent. So that can be sometimes, a bit of a fear about when you're hiring VAs, having someone you can communicate with properly. And Reena just really stood out for me. She has since been working together. She's been following direction really well. She sort of, because I'm looking for someone that is going to do the things that I do. So I need someone that's a me person to do the stuff so that frees me up to do other things. And I could tell by her attitude that she had a really can-do attitude. And while someone else that we interviewed might have had some more skills and tools that we wanted, Rena really just shone as someone who had the attitude that would sort of see us through. So it's been wonderful meeting you, working with you. It's only been a week and a half, and already I'm like, yes, I love Rena. So
Uh,
that's been really great.
I'm so glad that you found me
Yeah.
to work for you. And I really enjoy this. Working with you is so much fun.
Yes, we have been having fun. And I wanted to hire a VA, like I said, to do the things that I do. Um, in the stuff that is really time consuming for me, but important. So it's kind of the more little repetitive tasks that take up a lot of my time in the week that I'm leading up to be able to hand it over to Rena so she can do those repetitive tasks that are important to our community, but
Mhm.
just take up time that I could be better spent on designing the next steps in the seven effect rather than doing the work all the time. So Rena is a godsend in that she's going to free up my time to get more projects underway, and that will allow our business to scale better and to increase. So that's really fun. So anything else you wanted to add on there, Rena?
Well, I think that's where I really wanted to come in because for a company, for any company, what I feel is like it's very important for them to have a VA. A virtual assistant in itself is it's very attractive because you are assisting someone already. So there's a help that you can provide it to someone. So having a VA for any organization, I guess that's very important so that you will be focusing more on your core activities rather than the nitty gritty. So as you go on with your core activity, I can always assist you back with your nitty gritty. I'll take care of the small things around, and then together we can make it better. So that's what I feel.
Yes, excellent. So I do have just three questions for Rena today as part of this
Uh-huh.
interview. So I just want to ask you if you can share what training you might have gone through to become a VA with AV Ventures, or what their sort of process for that is.
Well, I have not undergone any professional trainings for now. I'm a self-made because I always had an interest. I'm a social person, so I always had an interest to communicate with people, knowing different cultures, getting into different cultures of people, getting into different time zones. So because of that, even in my studies, I took a field where it is associated with people. So I did my degree in hotel management, which is more or less like a hospitality industry where I need to work with a lot of people. So I think because of that, because of my interest ever since I was small, so because of that, that lead me to this. So I take trainings, I read materials online, I work for myself, I try to see what is required to be a VA virtual assistant. So that is how I'm met. So professionally, I've not undergone any professional trainings, but then I am a self-made and yeah, I keep up to that.
Yeah, excellent. And can you just let us know for others that might be hiring from AB Ventures about what their process is for training?
Well, as of now, we are a small startup. We are just starting up, so we have way forward to go, and we are really looking forward to that. So when we first joined in, we are just 30 young people as of now. So we have started the company with the 30 people, and for now, our CEO he himself is training all the people here. So whatever skill is required, we have this experiences sharing. We train each other. We share experiences, and CEO, Mr. Victor, he himself being very resourceful, he does so much of training. So it is basically the in-house training that we go for.
And that's what I really love about AB Ventures. Like, it is new and they're still setting up and things like that. But they, if you have an issue that you need to solve, if you can't figure it out with the person you're working with, there may be somebody else around that can help. So there's a
Yes.
whole support network. And I loved that last weekend, you and what was it, 25 of your workmates actually went away for a weekend retreat, and they
Yes.
got to hang out together and party together, and that was just awesome. I love that kind of culture in a working environment. So that's something that the values that we value as well.
Yes, and then that really brings in people closer to each other. That's we get comfortable where we can share everything in and out. So that really helps while we work.
Yeah, excellent. And I'd love it if you could share a bit how about how you work with clients. Like, for example, what a typical day looks like for you, what kind of tools you use to communicate or receive work. Like, what's the kind of practicalities of working with a VA in your experience?
As a VA, I think that again, that's where we pop in because we can work from anywhere and any point of time. So I have been working with different variety of people, different culture, different time zone, and that's very interesting. So, especially working with Seven Effect because we have this time zone where in the morning you're working and I'm still sleeping, and then in the afternoon, by the afternoon, I get to do the things, the nitty gritty, and then I think that's where we come to a par where we can work along well. So I don't have to disturb you in the morning, whereby I can work with you in the afternoon. So I do the nitty gritties all in the afternoon side. So I think that's how we can work well. And when it comes to communication, I think we are open to all modes of communication. And then we have been using Zoom, we have been sending emails, we have also been connected to Messenger, and then that's way convenient. So I think the better, the convenient the ways that you communicate with your client, I think the better it is for working with a client.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, what Rena and I have been doing is for our tools, and this isn't the same for every client, but I actually get her to dial in with a little Chrome extension called Remote Desktop, Chrome Remote Desktop. And I actually get her to take control of my computer so that all of my tabs and all of my bookmarks and everything she can access automatically. And what we do is we have a messenger call on so we can hear each other through
Mhm.
audio, and I can talk her through where to find everything and the processes that I want her to learn from me. So it's been a really great, like, it's not 100%, like sometimes it drops out and I have to sort of be around at the moment, but it's been a really great way of, for me and for a lot of people, it's like, oh, I don't want to share all my passwords and I don't want to
Yes.
give everybody the lock and key to my Facebook page. But this way, I can let Rena into
Mhm.
Facebook, post as me if she needs to. She can even check my emails from there if I needed to do that, which I haven't as yet. But that could be email management for a lot of people, is to actually have them come in and actually work your computer as if they were there. And I'm very fortunate. I've actually got two computers. So while Rena's working on my computer over there, I've got a PC and I've also got a Mac, and I'll be working on mine at the same time. So she's in the corner. We've got our audio on. If she needs me, I'm there. But otherwise, I can continue doing some of my work at the same time, which is really,
Mhm.
really great for, workability. So yes, so just the last anything else you wanted to add on that, Rena?
I just wanted to tell you that so far, as of my experience, I have worked with different people, and then I have been working by myself. And then this is the first time that I have an experience of working with someone closely together. So I am I'm over here at a different horizon, completely away from you, but still it feels like we are working. We are walking into the office together, and then we start the day together. So this is like really amazing experience for me.
Yeah, and a lot of VAs can work independently, and we're
Uh huh.
working up to that. But yeah, it is the same. Like, sometimes as a solo business owner working from home, which I do a lot,
Uh huh.
it's nice to have someone to communicate with. So that's been really nice as well. So just a last question before we wrap up for today. I just want to see if you can give any advice to someone that's new to working with a VA. Like, how can we help with the hiring and the working with a VA process? So there's some hints and tips that maybe you can give that just makes the whole process a little easier.
Well, as a VA, I think it's very important for you to understand what is required out of you. And it's not always about the tools, about the skills that you have, because skills and tools that you can learn it on the process as well. But your attitude towards your output is it's very important, because what you want to give to your client or the project, what your output would be, I think is very important. So for me, I give my 100% to whatever I work. So all the projects that I do, I give my 100%, I give my best. And on the other hand, I also, I just don't depend on what has been given to me. So I just not complete that and I'm done. No, I'm not like that. What I do is I try to step in and I try to give help if it is required, even if that is not into the list. So I try to give my feedback, I try to give my suggestions. Maybe I step in if there is any extra requirement from me. So I think that's, as a VA, I think that's very important for you to.
Yeah, excellent. And it's been, yes, like we say, it's been really good so far and it's been an enjoyable experience. I've heard some nightmare stories about people working with VAs and how unhelpful, and you just end up even more stressed out than you were before. So it's not. I've been very fortunate in the fact that my first VA is Reena and
Oh.
that we've been working really well together. So I've just got a couple of tips that I want to end this session with today. And I will also put the link for AB Ventures underneath this video, wherever you're watching it. So I just want to say, first up, be prepared to spend some time with a new VA. Sometimes you can just hand over tasks and go, do this for me.
Hmm.
Maybe a social media management, that kind of thing, you can sort of just hand over. But if you want them to stick around and you want them to become part of your team, treat them as you would an employee. And I hope you agree with that, Reena.
Yes,
Is to,
absolutely.
yeah, just not leave them sort of wandering around the dark, hoping and
Hmm.
trying to figure out what your message is. The more you work with someone, the more efficient and more efficient they'll be for you. So I think that's really important. And the other thing for me was time zones. Like in the past with the Seven Effect, we were working with someone in Turkey and the time zones were almost opposite. So he would get up and actually start his working day at 3 a.m. So he was around when we were. And
Hmm.
after, a few months of that, that's got to get to someone. It's not so healthy. So finding someone in the right time zone that's going to work with you. Like, for example, we like to come on at 1 till 4. I work with Reena at the moment, Tuesday to Friday.
Yes.
And, that means that when she's coming into work, I've finished the client work in the morning and then we're getting on with all the nitty gritty that Rena's helping me with within the afternoon. So if you need someone for 9 a.m., this kind of setup with the time zones might not be suitable for you, but there might be another country that's more suitable. So just
Hmm.
thinking of that, keeping that in mind, that, you don't want someone to be working at 3 a.m. They're probably not giving you their best work and they're probably not. They will do it, won't they, Reena?
Yeah.
We can call on you anytime. But yeah, for, your own health and safety, I think to make
Yes.
sure the time zones are good.
Hmm.
All right. So thank you so much for coming on. And you've only been with
Oh.
me here a week. I said yesterday, right, can I interview Reena? And she's like, oh, okay. So I've just thrown her in the deep end here. So thank you for coming along. And yeah, thanks for being interviewed today.
Yeah, so thank you so much for having me with you today. And, this is a matter of pride for me. I'm very proud because even coming from a very tiny country and being able to work for Australia, sitting right in my home is like very nice. And it's very proud moment for me. And thank you for having me here today. Thank you for giving me this space, and lots of love to you.
Thank you. And for everyone else, head over to the Six Figure Lifestyle Biz Club or see you around Seven Effect. And bye for now.